Existence, something ancient began to stir again. Leo had now been in the makeshift diplomatic protection chamber, glorified holding cell for 6 hours. The room, once an alien conference room, held a table, a few uncomfortable chairs, and nothing helpful for escaping the growing storm of galactic disaster. He paced back and forth, fingers in his already messy hair. "All I wanted was a damn drink," he muttered. The door hissed open and Ambassador Rye stepped inside, humanity's lead envoy to the galactic conclave. She looked formidable with steel-gray hair and the exhausted eyes of someone who had spent decades explaining humans to confused aliens. "Dr. Weber," she said, voice tightly controlled, "perhaps you can tell me why half the galaxy believes we're divine now and the other half wants us erased." Leo winced. "Would you believe I was just correcting some math?" "Some math?" she repeated. "Dr. Former A. Yin, elder over 300 years old, dissolved into energy after seeing your solution? The Omari are outside right now demanding to speak with the divine solver while the Threes want an emergency meeting of the Galactic Security Council to discuss the human threat." She tossed a tablet on the table. Leo picked it up. It showed a live feed from Earth. Crowds outside the UN building, some holding signs with his face and slogans like "We are gods now." And Weber 2024, he solved the universe. "Oh no," Leo groaned. "Oh yes," Rhee said. "Your little math trick has gone viral across 17 systems. The UN Secretary General wants to know if we are gods and whether that affects trade agreements with the Threx." She sat and motioned for him to sit too, from the start. "Doctor, what did you do?" Leo slumped into the chair. "The Vathari equation has been known for centuries. Every physics student sees it. I just noticed they used a recursive function with a static frame which breaks when dimensional variance is involved. So I added a simple transform." Rye raised her hand in English doctor without. A PhD. Leo sighed. "They made a small mistake. I fixed it anyone could have if they saw it the right way. Apparently not, since the galaxy's top minds missed it for millennia." She leaned forward. "What does it mean? What did you solve before Leo could answer?" "Another aide," burst in Ambassador. "Sorry to interrupt, but the Omari High Priesthood wants to meet Dr. Weber. They say they must receive the wisdom of the cosmic key-bearer before the great unraveling begins." Rye pinched the bridge of her nose. "Tell them he is unavailable for religious audiences?" "I tried. They offered transcendence technologies in exchange for access." "Transcendence technologies?" Leo asked. "What does that mean?" "Don't encourage them?" Rye snapped. "What else?" The aide shifted nervously. "The Yin Science Directorate wants to study anomalous cognitive patterns in human brains, focusing on Dr. Weber's structure. They want to dissect my brain." Leo shouted. "They said it would be non-invasive for now," he muttered. "And the Thresh?" Rye asked. "They formally request all humans stay on Earth until our reality-altering abilities are studied and contained." Rye clenched her jaw. How polite of them to call it house arrest. Another deep rumble shook the building, the third in the past hour, stronger than before. "What about that?" Leo pointed upward. "Any clue why reality is tearing itself apart?" The aide and Rye exchanged glances. "It's complicated." Rye said. "Initial reports suggest solving the equation triggered a cosmic reaction." "What kind?" Leo asked. Before the aide could reply, another rushed in, face pale. "Ambassador, you need to see this." They followed him to a large window. The night sky above had changed. A massive spiral of light hovered overhead like a forming galaxy at its center. A glowing point pulsed slowly. "It's happening on Earth, too," the aide said, showing a tablet. "Similar lights over major cities." "What is it?" Leo whispered. "Eyes wide, we don't know," Rye admitted, "but the Omari call it the Eye of Creation and the Threes consider it an extinction threat." They watched as the spiral formed a colossal glowing eye. It blinked, then vanished into light. "Did everyone see that?" Leo asked, before anyone replied. The building's comms flared to life. "Attention. All diplomatic personnel," said the Conclave's Secretary General an emergency session is convened to address the crisis. All species representatives must attend. Human delegation. Bring Dr. Weber. Leo looked at Rye, who nodded time to face the music doctor. The conclave chamber was chaos. Dozens of species shouting over one another, translators lagging behind the great circular hall, meant for unity. Now a war zone of voices at the center, a hologram of the equation Leo's version scribbles, and all rotated slowly. It's alien and human, symbols forming something ominous. Leo sat at humanity's table trying to shrink under the gaze of the galaxy's most powerful beings. The Secretary General, a tall, four-armed being, raised all arms for silence. Slowly, the noise died down. We face an unmatched situation. They said for millennia, the Vithari equation was our highest mystery. Now it is solved by a species that joined us recently. Murmurs spread, the effects are still unfolding. We see strange events in many systems, time shifts, gravity, warps, and appearances of what are called cosmic observers. The hologram shifted, showing the giant eye seen over Earth and other planets before more discussion. I invite Dr. Leo Weber of Earth to speak. Leo felt Rye nudge him. He stood, legs like stone. The chamber went silent as every eye turned to him. He cleared his throat. I'd like to say this was completely accidental. I just wanted a drink. Silence followed, unimpressed. Right, so the equation,